This new year, why not let Audible expand your life by listening? Explore over 1 million audiobooks, podcasts, and exclusive Audible originals that'll inspire and motivate you. Tap into your well-being with advice and insight from leading professionals and experts on better health, relationships, career, finance, investing, and more. Maybe you want to kick a bad habit or start a good one. If you're interested in learning how to master your emotions and hearing scientifically backed advice for using your emotions as a tool, may I suggest Shift by psychologist and bestseller author Dr. Ethan Kross? Trust me, listening on Audible can help you reach the goals you set for yourself. Start listening today when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/Wondery and use code WONDERY for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/Wondery and use code WONDERY at checkout.
What is up, my beautiful guys, girls, gays, and theys? Welcome back to I Said What I Said. Yay! Hosted by me, your favorite doll, Loulou. Yo! Right, today it's a solo episode. It's just me. I thought today we would speak about a multitude of things. Firstly, huh? What are you talking about, girl? Firstly, song of the week. This week, it's a little bit different. We're going to do our Spotify Wrapped because it just came out, which is so cunty fresh, so cute. You listened for 6,857 minutes this year. Is that a lot? That's not a lot. And one song again, and again. Oh! Your top song was Jump by Tyler and Gunna. As I should. You were in the top 0.05% of listeners globally. That is so cool. You streamed it 45 times. That's not much. Well, it's not a competition. Oh, I knew it. Your top songs. Jump by Tyler. Rockstar by Lisa, extended version. Drama by aespa. Maniac by Stray Kids. And Whistle by Blackpink. I knew it. That makes so much sense. And I'm so happy about that. Next, you've changed, and so has your listening. Let's look at your 2024 music evolution. January was your indie sleaze roller skating pop phase. You were really into artists like Ariana Grande, Charlie XCX, and Addison Rae. Period. March was your academic American football Brazilian funk season. You were all about artists like Mcdilla. My Brazilian funk era, that was too quick. That went too quickly, sorry. But I love Brazilian funk. May was your Hallyu struck K-pop moment. Your biggest artists were LE SSERAFIM, aespa, and New Jeans. Period. But free up New Jeans. If you know, you know. You listened to 491 artists, but one had a special place in your heart and ears. I knew it. New Jeans was my top artist of the year. New Jeans is my top artist. I love them. And you know I love them. And free them. You're a top 5% fan. That's cool. Who knows what will happen to them? Because they terminated their contract with Hybe because Hybe are crazy. Who else got a lot of play this year? My top artists. Okay. New Jeans, aespa, Stray Kids, LE SSERAFIM, and Lisa. All K-pop. Which makes sense. It's what I listen to most. And that's the truth. And we know this. If you've been following me for a while, you know this. What were my top songs? Oh, yeah. Jump. Okay. So obviously our song of the week was a little bit different. But I knew that my top artist was going to be New Jeans. Like, I knew that for a fact. Anyways, Spotify Wrapped. I feel like we all, like, expect so much every time Spotify Wrapped comes out, but then I'm, like, just kind of, like, underwhelmed, like, when it happens. Like, I'm kind of like, okay. I kind of knew that. I knew that. Poppy, what was your top artist? Who the fuck is Jeff Buckley? Oh, Amy Winehouse. T. They're trying to make me go to rehab, and I won't go. What's Jungle? Oh, the band. Okay, so I'm going to do like a quick update on my life like the past couple of weeks. I've kind of been chilling. Obviously, as you know, I deferred my final year of uni. So I've just kind of been relaxing and taking a break. I've been focusing on my career. I have a meeting with an acting agent tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Honestly, I'm not pressurizing myself, but like, if you see me on TV, if you see me on a TV, y'all know, oh my God, that was Loulou. I wanted to speak about this because I thought about this morning. So I went to Selfridges recently, right? So I went to the toy section because like release your inner child. And I went to the toy section and there was a whole Jellycat corner, right? Jellycat, you know the teddies? Jellycat, you know the teddy's Jellycat, like the cute little bunnies and shit. So obviously I went and there was this thing called the fish and chips experience. It's gone mega viral, right? Basically, it's a fish and chip shop, but in the Jellycat toy store of Selfridges. And what they do is they make fish and chips and pretend like it's a real fish and chips. They're like, would you like cod? Would you like fries? Would you like salt and vinegar on your fries? Would you like mushy peas with that? But it's teddies. It's like teddies. And they wrap it up and put it in like a fish and chips box and give it to you. And they're like, the people that work there like have to act. They're like, they proper have to act like they're in a fish and chip shop and they're like really jovial and like funny. And the queue was about all the way to the end of the toy area, right? People were queuing up, and not kids though. This was full on adults queuing up for the fish and chips Jellycat experience. Why are we queuing for fish and chips teddies? And why are we paying like £70? And why does it cost more if you want the mushy peas? I don't know. I was just like thinking about it and I was like, what has our world come to? Like, we are making a fish and chips Jellycat experience go like mega viral and we're paying a lot of money for little teddies. Don't get me wrong, I love teddies and I have a lot, and I did buy a Jellycat while I was there. Exposed! There's actually a Jellycat on my bag, little keychain. And yeah, I love Jellycats, I think they're really cute. But the whole fish and chips experience, like, it's cute, but like, what? And like, it was basically all adults. Like, I don't think I saw one kid, real. I don't think I saw one kid at the fish and chips experience, because like, what kid has like 75 quid to just suddenly spend on like a bunch of fish and chips? And bear in mind, it's not real fish and chips. You're not even getting fish and chips. It's literally a teddy.
Weight loss. It needs to be fast and sustainable. Noom GLP-1 starts at just $149 and ships to your door in 7 days. Take it from Lauren, who lost 22 pounds on Noom.
If I come off of the GLP-1, it's not going to automatically make my weight yo-yo back.
$149 GLP-1s? Now that's Noom smart. Get started at Noom.com. Real Noom user compensated to provide their story. Individual results may vary. Not all customers will medically qualify for prescription medications. Compounded medications are not reviewed by the FDA for safety, efficacy, or quality.
Anyways, I've been thinking a lot about queer representation in the media because there's a lot of good stuff that is happening right now around the queer community. For example, Alex Kansani just announced Model of the Year, which is crazy, y'all. Trans community, Alex Kansani, gag it, period. She's a fucking icon. I'm so happy. Did you see though, Anok Yai, what she posted? And listen, Anok Yai, I'm obsessed with you. I love you. Literally just as much as Alex Kansani. And they are both incredible models. If you keep up with models and like the whole like fashion industry, then you know who they are. Anok Yai was mad. Like, I'm pretty sure they're mates, like Alex and Connie, but like she has been nominated for 2 years this time and she hasn't won it. And like she does deserve to win it. Like she does. Alex Kansani also equally deserves to win it. But Anok Yai was mad. Like she posted on her Instagram story the photo of Kanye West at like the VMAs when he's like, Beyonce had the best album of the year, like when Taylor Swift won, right? Obviously the same, like, it was kind of like a metaphor for what happened at the British Fashion Council when Alex Kansani won. And I find that crazy. She deleted it after 15 minutes, but like obviously everyone saw. I love Anok Yai, but I think that there is also an equal reason for Alex Kansani to win. Bear in mind, she has also dominated the whole of fashion this year. She's everywhere. Anok Yai, I would say almost just as much, but Alex Kansani definitely. Like she's a viral sensation. Like it made sense for her to win. Also, her acceptance speech was really incredible, and like, you know, taking liberty for like the Black trans women that, you know, kind of made us into this position of being able to have these opportunities. So she's great. I think Anok Yai will win eventually. If it's not British Fashion Council, some other award. I think it's crazy that there are trans people that are now, you know, being able to have such success and such incredible careers, which honestly, it just like excites me for the future, I guess. Don't get me wrong, there are still like some awful things going on in our world when it comes to, you know, the LGBTQ. I mean, especially since his win. I'm not even going to say his name in the election. I'm not even going to say his name. I don't even want to say his name. Ew, stinky, sorry, stinky man, get away from me, ew. Yeah, so in America, it's just a bit fucked up. Like, you know how a lot of young people now won't be able to get gender affirming care, which is crazy. Like young teens, young adults, all of that kind of stuff. And now there are going to be so many kids that are terrified, number one, to even come out, and number two, to even, you know, do the things that they have to do to live. Because gender affirming care is life-saving care. Ever thought of it that way? It literally saves lives. It literally saves lives. Surgeries, top surgeries, hormones, blockers, everything. It saves lives. It's so crazy to me how people care so much about like the trans community. Like, why do you like in an against way? Like, people care so much about what we're all up to. Like, why do you care? Why do you care? I'm literally just trying to live. Like, I don't really do anything. I don't do anything. I take my hormones in the morning. You know, that's all I do. That's all I do. Who cares? In a lot of American schools now, a lot of trans kids, they will not call them by their new name. They have to call them by their dead name, what's on their birth certificate. Oh, what? What? Like, I find like rulers of countries so crazy. Like, we appoint someone to rule a country. I mean, understandably, there's like, obviously like hierarchies. It's like, it's lasted for so long, so many like generations, like thousands of years. There's always been like the top, do you know what I mean? That like do everything, like governments, everything. But like, I do find it crazy how there's just like one person sometimes that can just make a rule and everyone has to do it. Like, isn't that crazy? That sounds really shallow of me. But like, damn, like I can't lie, I really don't want to pay taxes. This has been my dilemma recently. Like, obviously I pay my taxes, but like, I don't want to. I just want to avoid them. Taxes coming at me. The taxes when they're walking towards me. Sorry. Me when the taxes come. Sorry. Swerving the tax. Like, no, sorry. Just be avoiding them. Like, they're just always texting me and they're always just like, oh no, you gotta do it. Like, you gotta pay us. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, pay us. I'm just like, why? Why? I don't like you. No one fucking likes you. Anyways, sorry. Actually, going back to our main point, which is about queer representation in the media, it got into a political conversation. I've been like seeing a lot of stuff. I want to speak about Heartstopper because I love Heartstopper. I love the show. I think it's great. Every year when it comes out, it's had 3 seasons now. Every year when that show comes out, I sit down. The day is booked. I'm watching every episode the whole day. I'm finishing it in a day, okay? Do you know why? Because it's so fucking cringe, but I love it. I love it. And I will watch it. However, there is one thing that I have to say, okay? Growing up queer, I don't know where it's actually based. I don't think it's based in London, but growing up queer in London specifically, or anywhere in the UK, most of the time it's fucking shit. And don't get me wrong, Heartstopper shows some elements of the difficulty of it, but not the truth. It is a very rose-tinted glasses situation. I think it's a great show, and I think it's great that it came out because I think it's opened the eyes of a lot of people in very positive ways. But for me, obviously, I didn't need my eyes to be open. I literally am a tranny. So watching it for me was kind of different than the average cisgendered straight person watching it because I've actually had the experience of growing up trans. And boy, oh boy, is it not pretty. It is not pretty. It is not pretty like it is in Heartstopper, okay? Like relationships and love and I love you and why are we like this? Like, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's being kept a secret by every single boy in your year and being shamed and being judged and being literally hate crimed. It ain't that pretty. But we all want a Nick in our lives. Yeah. We all want a Nick. That's the truth. Kit Connor. I don't even know what it is because he is not my type. I'm gonna be so real. That man is not my type. Like at all. Like, he's extremely far from my type. But there is something about him. Oh my God, I can't explain. I literally can't explain what it is about Kit Connor. I have this weird like love and hate relationship with it because it's very entertaining, of course, and it's almost like I like to live vicariously through them. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like this friendship group and they're all fucking queer and they all have a laugh together and they all have their secret little problems. Not gonna lie, the last season was kind of deep. Like the last season was kind of deep. I'm not about to devalue some of the topics that were brought up in the last season, but I'm talking about a general kind of thing, right? This kind of idea of what queer representation is and how it should be portrayed in the media. Because there are very good examples in TV, film, media of what queer culture actually is. Like Pose is an excellent example. If you haven't watched Pose, I really suggest that. It's about queer people in the 80s. A lot about ballroom culture, trans people. It's fucking incredible. Dominique Jackson, I love you. Mother Electra, she is mother. But that's a really excellent example of like queer, the feeling of being queer, especially in that time period, like the 80s is like crazy with like AIDS and like Madonna, Vogue. I think that Heartstopper is great going back to that, but I also think there is kind of like it kind of makes me squirm a bit because as a person that experienced it firsthand, you know, growing up, going to secondary school, living my life as like a queer person, it's fucking scary. And it's scarier than what it's like in the show. And that's the truth. Like, I'm scared to go on public transport sometimes, you know what I mean? I'm scared to go on public transport as a woman. Like, when I have to go and get the night tube, like, even just as a woman in general, but as a trans woman, like, it just enhances that fear just 10 times more. Obviously, it doesn't show those elements of, you know, queer terror in a way. It doesn't show that in the show, which I think is fine. I guess it's for like young teens and that makes sense. But I'm yet to see like a TV show that really is true. Like it's true. Do you know what was a good example? Jules in Euphoria was a good example. That was real. I understood that. You know, like the relationship with Nate, you know, everything in that show. I fucking love Euphoria. I love Euphoria. It's an incredible show. Oh my God. It's a Sin. Yes, I have watched it. I've watched It's a Sin. Brilliant, brilliant. That's an excellent example. Oh my God, It's a Sin. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you, Poppy, for reminding me. It's a Sin. It's so fucking good. Watch that show. I guess my main point is like being queer inherently makes you controversial. Obviously, there's a lot of like intersectionality when it comes to queer culture. You know, like race and money and all, like so. There's so many things like class. There is so much that goes into it, but I feel like we don't see enough of like the truth. Maybe I should make a TV show. Maybe I should make it myself, but like not be in it, but like not my story. Like I could make up a good story that has like elements of like my experience, but like I know people that have had it way worse than me, and I'm not trying to compare, but like, you know, I have a supportive family, I have supportive friends. I was gonna say I had a supportive school, and technically they didn't fucking like, they weren't like super transphobic to me, but I definitely had instances of like problems, right? I think that like there needs to be more. I'm yet to see it, and I'm excited for it in a way. Like I want to know how media is going to present trans lives, queer lives within the next 10 years. And like I hope that like there are going to be people that are going to make a change for that. Do you know what? I'd love to see Alex Kasani act, because I think if she's an incredible model, and like essentially that is acting in modeling. Do you know what I mean? And like I've seen her kind of act before, like not seriously though, and like she would be an incredible actress. I want to see that happen. She literally just won Model of the Year. Like, girl, let's win an Oscar too. Let's make the trans people, the trans community proud. I actually want to do one last thing. Earlier on the podcast that I filmed earlier, we did a friendship confessions, and there's a few more that I just want to say because they're really funny. I asked, what's your craziest friendship confessions? Oh, this is crazy. I touch myself when I'm on the phone with my best friend. Girl, why don't you put that fucking phone down? Put it down and stop doing that. That's weird. Or just tell them that you're into them. Sorry. My friend is dating my horrible ex, and who is clearly really bad for him, but I don't know what I can do. Have you told them? You should probably tell them. Also, that's fucked up for your friend to be dating your ex. There's girl code. I don't know if... are you a girl? Yeah, there's girl code to that, babe. Like, I think that's really fucked up. That is really fucked up. I slept with the person we both said was ugly. Babe. No, not an ugly one. Absolutely not. Oh, this is funny. I lost a friendship with one of my best friends because slept together. But best sex I've ever had. Oh, that's such a shame. That's such a shame. What a loss. Do you know what I mean? What a loss. Anyways, I thought they were really funny, so I wanted to do some in this episode. But yeah, do you know what I like about the solo episodes is that like I have a thing that I want to speak about, but it kind of ends up being everything. It kind of ends up being an update of like my whole life for like 2 weeks. So yeah, I love you guys. I love just yapping. I love Poppy in the background too. She's so funny. I could just see her like agreeing with like the things that I'm saying. We love Poppy. We love Poppy. Maybe she'll turn up one day to the podcast and say hi. I love you guys so much. And you're cool. Never forget you're cool. Thanks for listening to I Said What I Said this week. See you next one. Bye.